So welcome to the details of Avita. So I have other two laptops working together. So let me open this Avita. So first of all, you have seen, right? There is a flap which comes out. If you put your fingers here like this, you have to just pull it out. So this works as a stand for that Avita. You open it. So I have connected this mouse, you can see, currently with this Avita. So uh, I will be using this keyboard and this mouse combination. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I have kept it on a sleep mode. So this is how it works. You just press any of the key and it will come in. And let me do the login part. Yeah, so I will tell you what is it, starting with the screen resolution and everything. Okay, so if you see, I will show you. The screen resolution selected here is 1920 into 1080, which is the recommended one. And if you keep it on 125% of scalability, it is good enough. Now the screen is very glossy. As you can see, I never expected the screen to be so good at this particular price point of like close to 18,000. But this screen is good. If you see the color accuracy in this way, you can understand the colors are highly accurate. I will play one or two videos for you, although I cannot play it for longer time, but I will play it for some time so that you will get an idea of that. And I have seen that even it has capability of playing the 4K videos in really good condition without any stopping or without any lagging. uh, Let me just play one for you so that you can see the picture quality. So you can see the picture quality, right? Let's select the 2160 4K. Yeah, you can see the greenery and all. Just for clarity, I am holding it in this angle. So I don't have any problem with this picture quality. This is superb. Even when I am doing the reading activities and all, it is highly efficient and very good to do. So let's talk about the pros and cons of this. So as you know, this doesn't have any SSD or HDD kind of hard disk installed in it. So we have only available of, it was available of around 35-36 GB was available. Currently it is 32.7. I will show you what are the applications which I have installed here, so that you will get an idea like what are things working here. So actually I have some work with the remote desktop RDP connection to the other system. So there is something called AnyDesk. So I have just installed very lightweight applications here. I kept CPU Z and Spakey just in order to showcase you what are the RAMs and what is the megahertz of the RAM and what is the frequency of running. Apart from that, Microsoft Office Home Student version 2016 comes pre-installed. I have installed this Google Chrome and WhatsApp as well here. Okay, so I would say that everything is working fine, but one at a time. So if you see, if I open this and I open some other part, like for example, just let me open one Google Meet or something, and here you will see the spike. It is consuming 100% of CPU, close to 100%, and if you see the performance, it went to 100%. So even one application, even if we are opening something, one application or something at a time, so it is consuming a high amount of CPU cycles, I should say, and memory is also getting consumed at a very higher rate. So with this we can infer that it is not good for multitasking when you are having like a 3 or 4 applications running. And this is the third day of this laptop, or so called 2-in-1 something. So what I faced in these 3 days, I will tell you. Pros: first of all, the screen is very good. Second thing is, keyboard is very slim. If you see this width of the keyboard, it is very slim. Okay, there are pros and cons both for the keyboard. I will tell you just for the pros section. Third thing is, Celerion is working efficiently. I never thought that Celerion will be so good. So I thought it will be a very slow system, but that's not the case. Even if you play any movies or anything of that sort. Even it is going good, and the picture quality is really good. The touch response is good enough. So if you see, the touch responses are also good. Let me show you this, the touch response here. There's this. So touch responses are okay, but I don't know why it is not supporting the stylus as it should be. On other systems it is a supporting stylus as but yeah, that's fine. Let me now tell you, there is something like a 64 GB, up to 64 GB expandable memory card installed here. We have only one USB 3.0 port. We have this charging cable. I am keeping it on a charge. So when I left, like when I have some power cuts or something, I saw that is giving around 4 hours 47 minutes, something like that it was showing me. And if I am playing videos, it is reducing to 3 hours 40 minutes, and if I am just studying, it is showing me 5 hours 40 minutes, 5 hours 50 minutes. So there is a somewhat range which varies between 3.5 hours to 5.5 hours. Yeah, now if you can please focus on this part. So I will be showing you what are the things running here. So this is the Windows operating system 10 single language 64-bit. And if you see the system, the CPU which is running, this is the Intel Celeron having 2 cores. And if you see the multipliers, so this may not be relevant for some of the people, but someone will find it useful who has good ideas about the computers and all, right? So if you see, the stock core speed is 1100 megahertz, and the bus speed is only 100 megahertz, and it's running at a temperature of 43 degrees centigrade. There are only like, actually there should be more catches, but there are like they have defined L1, L1 and L2. Actually it should be L0, L1, L2, L3, like 4 catches should be there, but catches are also little less, and there are only 2 cores running here. If you compare the RAM, build is not showing like a, which is the manufacturing company of the RAM, but the RAM size is 3918, which is close to 4 GB of the RAM. So this is the physical memory. Available memory is only, I'm opening right now, it's only 2 applications are open, like a Google Chrome. If you can see Google Chrome and Specky application, only 2 applications are open. Yet you can see that 69% of the RAM has been utilized for this. That shows that this is not built for multitasking. Motherboard, if you see, motherboard is Avita's own manufacturing company, which is having Intel chipset right now. And if you see the graphics is a 6600 U's, right? UHD graphics 600. And this is the pixel density and everything over here. You can see, you can just stop this video and see if you want to see something. So this is the interface, which is having 57 GB capacity, which is pre-installed, which comes up around 37 GB for you to use, for you to install some applications or something. As I understood, there is no optical device or something. Peripherals is nothing but the keyboard. So it supports both the kind of keyboard. So this one is the HID keyboard device, which you can see. This which is connected, and it also has the features of a standard PS2 keyboard. That means you can just plug and play a keyboard with this system. So those things are the basic features which it has. And if you see the RAM megahertz, it is running at 2133. So that is the RAM megahertz frequency, and it is a dim factor, so it's not a SODIMM RAM. SODIMM RAMs are latest RAMs right away for DDR4, which is having high configuration and high speed, but this is not a SODIMM RAM, it is just a dim RAM. That is the form factor here. And you can see these are the paged pools and non-paged pools. This can be useful for those person who really required it. So if I'm working on a remote desktop, it is working fine just for studying something. If you are interested in going some courses or something for online, or you have your meeting or something, that is fine. So these are like my meeting details or something about, right? So those things are going fine. Apart from that, now comes to the I should say the drawback parts, or the cons. First con is, if you see this bezel, what is this, man? This thick bezel, who gives this thick bezel? If you see this laptop, this is also a touchscreen laptop, right? Just let me show this. So you can see the bezel on the sides and the top, it is so thin. And even this there is a stylus which is working perfectly with other ThinkPad laptops and other things. This is a standard stylus, which is around 6,400 rupees, which comes with this. And see this, how it works with this. So if I'm opening something like Sketchpad or something, hello there, be safe, stay at home, and this dinosaur is eating corona. This is just for fun, but you can see the stylus how it is working accurately, right? But if you are using this stylus here into the paint work or something, I saw this paint is working with my hand fingers, it is working, but when I'm trying to utilize the standard stylus which is completely useful with the other tools, so it's not working here. Even I cannot close applications or something. So the original styluses which are professional stylus which you use, that these are not useful in this PC, so it doesn't support that. Apart from that, that is the second con. The third con is this keyboard is so thin that if you press any button, right, it will move. See, you can feel this movement. This is moving, this is bouncing. So if you press little bit harder or something, I think this can damage the internal plastic silicon chip which is there, right, to hold the key presses. Fourth is this is not built for multitasking. Yesterday when I was trying to transfer some of the movies from my phone to this, and I tried to transfer 4 movies at a single go, it got crashed. So again I have to understand, okay, I have to move one movie at a time. And some of the features are I should say some of the drawbacks are the speed is not as fast. Obviously we cannot expect that speed at this price point, but speed and the accuracy is not as fast as other systems are working. For example, this is my MSI laptop having 16 GB of RAM, so you can see the build and everything of this RAM, but this doesn't show anything. These things are either all masked or something is going on internally which is not showing accurately all the data through some apps like Speccy or other tools like CPUZ or something. Yeah, so this was it. And yeah, and one major thing which I forgot to tell you guys, that is a very good thing, that is you can open this, and you can press your hand here. Yes, that is the, you can press this part. Let me move the camera backward so that I can show you. Yeah, you can press this part and you can directly slide this out. This is a very good feature which I don't think even this 80,000 laptops are also having, but this is very good thing. So you can keep it here, you can do some stuff. I don't think much of the stuff can be done, but still it is good for reading. And I saw this part which is automatically turning in, right? So this was an awesome experience for me. Why? Because if I am reading something, it is very good to read like this. Although I utilize the same functionalities with other laptops, but these are working laptops, right? So this is my, like, these two are my personal laptop, this one and this one. So these are my personal laptops, so I used to work like this. So this is very good for reading or studying something, notes, and if you are taking some notes, you can do it, keep it like that. So yeah, this was all about this Avita. Till now it's running fine, and this is very good for online classes, or people want to study, or it is good for students who are really looking for something at a cheap option, something good. Yeah, this is good for them who are not involving multitasking. It's not at all built for any programming, high level programming. I cannot run any RP or any other stuffs like AIML stuff also. So it is not good for programming. It is not good for playing at all. Why? Because even a simple Google Chrome, if you're opening 6-7 tabs in a Google Chrome, the CPU is ranging to 100%, right? So it is not good for a gaming at all, I would say. Then it will get crashed multiple times. But just for basic purposes, checking emails, yeah, because I do those stuffs, checking emails and all. So if you can check and if for applying some job, for reading some stuff, these things, for these particular things, it is very good. I will tell you how to dock this keyboard. That is also a very interesting factor. If you see, if you just make it at this level and slowly you bring it up, you see automatically it docked. So there is a magnetic tape involved which is automatically docking it, and once it is docked, you just open this flap again and you can make it stand, and then again you can obviously work with it. Yeah, so this was it. I hope you guys liked it, and let me know in the comments if you have guys any other questions. If you want to see the specs of this Ryzen, this is a Ryzen 5 4th generation 6 core 16 GB RAM 500 GB SSD. So that is NVMe 2.0. This is super fast. This is a server level laptop. If you want, this is also new laptop, 1 month old. So if you want me to review about these things, I can also do. See the bezels, that's what I want. So extremely thin bezel, and if you see performance wise and if you see the specky here, it's awesome. Can you come, you can please focus it. Yeah, so if you see here, you can see the builds and everything is mentioned here, but that was not the case with my Avita. So you see the manufacturer, that is the Kingston here, that one is what I installed, and it comes with a pre-installed of Samsung. Here you can see the Samsung, so it has like it is reflecting everything properly. So I don't think this is a very good one, good example of how the things actually should be. They're showing the latency and everything, but these things are somewhat masked. This is good for students and professionals who just want to check emails or kind of HR, right? Those person can use this, not for a hardcore developer, hardcore programmer, or gamer, I would say, like that. Yeah, that's all for this. Let me know if you need any other help. Thank you. Bye bye. Please do subscribe. Yeah, please do subscribe.